Then the all-creating sovereign, mind of perfect purity, taught that the great and perfect reality is not to be meditated upon. O you, great Sempedorje, and you others, the wisdom holders who dwell at a certain stage of accomplishment, the bodhisattvas who dwell at a certain bhumi, and the sentient beings in this threefold world whose karma has matured, they all ought to understand not to meditate upon my own being, the reality, the mind of perfect purity, their mind as reality, because I, the all-creating sovereign, am for the good of all. Intuit that reality, as mine cannot be contemplated upon. But the teachers of causality, the three forms of the teacher's manifestation, who proclaim that this world, in accord with the fact that things and their aims arise as causes and results, comes into existence due to the results stemming from cause, and although my own being as reality is not to be meditated, they will teach their individual systems of meditation. When they say that all misery arises according to the four truths, and that the bad forms of existence are the cause for the arising of misery, they are about to abandon reality, the mind of perfect purity. They do so despite the fact that reality and the mind of perfect purity are one in their actuation. Thereby, they don't see reality and give it up. By progressing on the path through practicing the 10 stages of accomplishment, such as considering the ultimate and conventional truth as different, or carrying out the 10 perfections, such as generosity and ethics, they will not see reality, but stay on the level of practicing, despite the fact that reality is the actuation of the mind of perfect purity, called bodhicitta in the sutra system. Although reality is the actuation of the mind of perfect purity, they will bless with good words all things which appear just like that by virtue of the 5 enlightening insights and 4 wonders, at a time auspicious as to the position of planets and stars, and they will contemplate on these things as a manifestation of a deity. Thereby they don't see that one's own mind is not to be contemplated. Although all things in the actuation of the perfectly pure mind are one, it will not happen that they see the nature of the apparent existence if they contemplate the aggregates in their diamond fashion, which are a transfiguration of their own personality as deities, by engaging in the 3 samadhi and 5 rituals by means of the 4 religious practices. In their striving for achievement, they degrade their own mind to a deity, and therefore they will not see their own mind in its deedlessness. As to her own reality, the all-creating sovereign, mind of perfect purity, the teacher of the teachers, does not teach the teachers 3 forms of manifestation to meditate on their own mind, which is liberated in its own reality from the primordial. If one strives to achieve something through meditation, one's own mind is then abandoned. Such she spoke. O great Bodhisattva, if they desire to realize their own mind, they do not dwell in the imperceptible balance because the realization happens only due to non-desiring. But those who abide in nature with regard to the objects which they neither want to acquire nor to abandon, and who abide by virtue of nature in the immovable nature, they will realize that the mind is the actuation of suchness, and they will realize suchness in all things. They ought not to alter suchness. They cannot realize anything else than the actuation in itself. They should not strive for anything because nature is itself. If they seek, they will not find it outside the dimension of reality. They shall not disturb it by doing because it has been perfect since it was created. They shall not work on its realization because it has been always realized. They shall abide in balanced stillness and ought not to speculate nor think about it in any way. O great Bodhisattva, listen. Even the Buddhas of past generations did not strive for a lore other than that of their own mind. They did not alter suchness. They did not meditate by investigating samadhi. Realization will come by not speculating on one's own mind. Where you now live and where you will go in the future, imperceptible stillness will be realized. Such she spoke. This is the 37th chapter of the all-creating unchanging, sovereign mind of perfect purity, in which the lore and sutra on no meditation is covered.